Today we are back with some more Cienie. Yeah, I really enjoyed the bit I played through last time, and I'm just excited to try out some more. Last time I accidentally ended up muting the audio and didn't realize it until after. I was trying to play around with audio levels before I have recorded it to make sure that the music and the sound effects weren't too loud, and I accidentally turned them off. But this time, we are back. I have checked to make sure the audio does work, and I'm excited to play some more. So, without any further ado, let's jump into it. I open the car door and head out. Looking around, I don't spot anyone waiting. Good, no customers yet. I head to the back and pause, trying to find the key that opens the back door. Oh, gotcha. As I slide the key into the keyhole, I hear footsteps from behind me. A short old fox is approaching, leaning on a cane wrapped in thick winter clothing despite the mid-autumn weather.
Took you long enough, boy. I've been waiting here for an hour.
I glance quickly at my phone, surprised. There's no way I'm that late. It's now 8:20. I sigh. Sorry you've been waiting for that long, but we normally open at 8.
Well, I waited long enough then, don't you think? My old bones can't handle this cold.
It's only 18 degrees out. Ugh. At this point, I'd rather be dealing with Camille. I turn back to the door, give the key a final twist, and head inside. Please wait in front. This is the back entrance. Workers only.
Now I'll have to wait even.
I lock the door in her face. I can hear her muttering something to herself. I hate customer service jobs, but then again, who doesn't? Yeah. Having put my bag down on the table, I head to the storeroom. There are tons of items for me to unpack and shelve. It's gonna be a busy day. I can see the old woman through the glass. Her face is almost pressed up against it. She really can't wait to get in, can she? It almost feels scarier than what I experienced yesterday. Yeah, problem customers are their own version of hell. I flip the close sign to open, then opening the door, I try to give the old lady a smile. She just turns her head in the other direction and disappears between the shelves. She clearly likes me. It's definitely my natural charm working its wonders. I walk through the shop, checking which aisles need to be restocked. When I glance towards the cash register a couple of minutes later, the old woman is standing there, tapping her fingers on the counter impatiently. I rush back.
Good, you're here. Can you tell me why the price of this milk is higher than that one? They're both from the same brand.
I give her a confused look. One is low fat, the other, more expensive, is full cream. I think it's like 20 grossi more, ma'am.
No, I'll take the cheaper one. And do you have today's Gazeta Polska?
We don't sell it here.
What? Why not?
My boss doesn't like propaganda, I'm afraid.
Ugh, nonsense. Do you have any other respectable newspaper?
If by respectable she means right-wing shit, then she is in for a surprise. Let me check in the back. The woman's gaze shifts to the room, and then back to me, her expression growing more annoyed.
Please be quick.
Of course. It's my own fault for being late, so maybe she has the right to be a little angry. Then again, people like her are angry all the time, regardless of whether I'm early or late. As I shift some boxes around, I find a note from Eliesh. Hey there, kitty. I heard you're on your own for a few days. If you need a shoulder to cry on, we could go out somewhere. You know my number. Call me Winky Face. Ellie. Okay. So maybe there's a little something going on between them. I can barely read the thing, but it makes me chuckle. He always finds a way to brighten my day. Eliash and I have been friends since childhood. He's always been working as a delivery guy, long before I was hired by Anna to work here. We've had trouble meeting up since he now lives with his father, and I don't think that man likes me very much. Before I can dwell on that, though, I hear the old woman cough loudly. I eventually find the stack of today's newspapers. I place them next to the cash register. Here you go, ma'am. She glances at what I brought in disgust, tossing some of the newspapers to the side as she looks through the pile.
Nothing good. I guess I'll take the Super Express.
All right, here you go, ma'am.
Thank you.
She nods at me and pulls out her wallet while I include the price of the newspaper in the total. That will be 15 zloty and 59 groszy. She just hands me the exact amount, as if she'd already counted how much it'd cost beforehand. Not that I complain, because it makes my job easier. Thank you for your purchase. Have a nice day. She nods without saying anything and heads out the door. Finally, alone and in peace, time to take care of some unpacking business. There are plenty of items on shelves that need to be restocked. Everyday household items like soaps, shampoos, paper towels, and stationery. And then, tucked away in the corner of the storeroom, a peculiar box filled with an array of bizarre-looking trinkets. I'm pretty sure that's for Anna's curio selection. I look at the door to that part of the shop. It's always funny to me that she sets it here of all places. All those religious folks coming in to buy hot buns only to see Anna selling occult trinkets and offering tarot readings. Priceless. The day proceeds smoothly. There are customers here and there between my restocking. At times I can even manage to forget about the ball, but that thought always comes back. With the shop now empty, it's time for some shopping of my own. Not being that hungry, I only grab essentials: potatoes, bread, ham, and some cheese. As I scan and pay for my items, the door chime rings. 4 men enter, dressed in rather dapper attire. I don't think I've seen them before. Welcome. My eyes are drawn to one of them, a wolf with scars across his face and a missing eye. Another one, a deer, approaches the counter, while the rest are looking around. I wonder if they're part of the same, cult or whatever is the ball. How can I help? We're looking for someone. I also love the, I'm just going to keep going on about the UI and everything because I just love it so much, but the, sort of, portraits for characters who don't get their own sprites. Like, this is clear they could have just done a question mark or a generic, character portrait, but it's specific to it being a deer. I wonder if the fox is the same. Yep. So I think it's just a nice touch that differentiates everything, and also means that yes, it's another art asset, but it's a way of differentiating the characters without having to do a full colored art piece, and I really appreciate it. We're looking for someone. Okay, who? We were told that this is his shop. Something isn't right. This is Anna's shop. Yeah, so I'm guessing they're with the ball. I try to keep my gaze focused on the man in front of me, but out of the corner of my eye, I see the rest of them wandering all around the shop, making me nervous. Another guy, a wolf, goes back to the storeroom, and I raise my hand to call out to him. The guy in front of me just shakes his head and snaps his fingers at me. I'm talking to you. Who the fuck are these people? Pay attention. Sorry. So we're looking for Otto Oginski. Oh, they're looking for Otto, Anna's brother. You seen him? I think it's funny also that it's Otto and Anna. Both names are palindromes. Despite their fancy appearance, they emanate a really ominous vibe. I need to decide how to handle it. I have no idea who these people are. Hey, what are you gawking at? Answer the question. The wolf approaches the deer, laying his hand on the deer's shoulder. Ooh, okay. Calm down and let the boy speak. I'm out of time. Okay, first choice. I'm going to say go with the truth just because, well, as the reader, I have no idea who Otto is, what his relationship with Anna is. Is he still around? Like, I don't know enough as a reader to really make a decision. But I have a feeling if I lie, these people are going to find out the truth at some point. And clearly their beef is with Otto, not the main character. So even if it, as bad as it sounds, even if it gets Otto in trouble, like, I don't think that the main character is going to suffer by telling the truth. I think, and again, I'm like, they probably would have a way to figure out the truth anyway, even if I didn't help them. But watch this decision lead to horrible things. But I'm going to tell the truth. They look dangerous. I'm sorry, Otto, but if they're trouble, I'd rather avoid it, given how much I already have going on. Telling them half-truths is enough. Maybe they're just lost business partners. I haven't seen him today. The deer's eyes bore into me with intense scrutiny. I can't help but turn my own gaze away to avoid his stare from time to time. Really? Yes. Can I ask what this is about? No. We'll be the ones asking questions here. Was he here recently? No, he rarely visits this place. This shop is run by his sister. Anna. Yes. Shit, they know about Anna too. Yet they straight up said Otto is the owner of this shop just now. The wolf steps up in front of the deer. Do you know where we can find him? Well, maybe he's at home. He isn't. Okay, okay, so these guys are not good people if you're like stalking people to their homes. Where else? I know he's working at the lumber mill near town. The man casts a curious glance at me as he smiles. Wait, they didn't know about the lumber mill? How? Why are you looking for him? That shouldn't concern you. Well, I asked, so I suppose I am concerned. Just tell him we're looking for him, if you see him first. I feel like there's a lump stuck in my throat as he says that. I just nod as he turns to his men, motioning for them all to gather near the door. In any case, thank you for the information. I learned nothing from them. Shit. The door chime rings as the door opens for them. Watch it! One of the men suddenly yelps, snapping me back to reality. I quickly look at the commotion. A hyena seems to have run into the men. Is that Elias? The hyena pats himself off and fixes one of the men's collars. I finally get a full look at his face. Instead of Elias, it's his younger brother, David. I'm just gonna say David. I still can't believe my eyes. After 6 years without a word, he's back. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen this character online. I've seen a hyena character, like people drawing art of them. So I'm guessing it's David. I'm really sorry, sir. Let me fix... no, that's not his voice. I'm really sorry, sir. Let me fix it for you. Out of our way, punk. Sure, sorry. Have a good day. As the men storm off, the hyena stands there, watching them leave. Then, with a wide smile on his face, he quickly approaches me. Yeah, I have seen this character. Tom, I'm so happy to see you again. It's been years. Nothing comes out of my mouth. I just stare at him, almost like I'm seeing a ghost that's been haunting my mind for years. Tom, hey, are you there? Seeing him with his round doe eyes and dumb-looking smile somehow makes my blood begin to boil. It's been 6 years. I gently massage my temple, trying to quell the burning sensation that has crawled up my head, before it goes too far and erupts from my mouth in a fiery speech at David. 6 years since you left without a word. Yeah. A lingering silence envelops both of us as we look at each other, except for the incessant tapping my fingertips on the counter. Seeing him again should make me happy, but I feel nothing like that. Man, I'm sorry, but I couldn't really be in touch. Family stuff. Are you kidding me? Family stuff? That's a terrible excuse, especially when you ignored Elias too. After David left, without a word, I had no idea what happened. Nobody would tell me anything. His father only mentioned that David left for Germany with his mother. Otherwise, I would have ended up thinking he was yet another disappearance. Are you getting mad at me over my brother? Of course I'm mad at you over him. You hurt him. Fuck, Eliash just shrugged it off and said he deserved it, but I know it hurt him. In truth, Eliash spoke very little about the whole thing. Hell, I practically had to pry him open to talk, so he'd talk to me. All he could talk about was the rest of his family, and that he didn't want to abandon his father. The choice was to stay with our dad. The choice to stay with our dad was his. Oh, you're impossible. I went with Mom because she needed me. Eliash stayed with Dad because he was needed there. We both made a choice. It was easier that way. Obviously there's more to it because they have phones. They could have communicated. It sounds like 6 years without any kind of communication at all. So, you made your choice. You could, you could have visited, you could have called, you could have texted. I'm guessing there's more to it than that. Easier? You're brothers. Your parents' divorce shouldn't stop you from keeping in touch. I couldn't. What? David's chest puffs up as he clenches his jaw. A short, dejected sigh escapes his mouth. I just couldn't stay in contact, okay? I don't want to argue about that right now. I just wanted to see you. Fuck you. You don't get to say that. Tom, I'm sorry. Sorry? That day it felt like I lost both my friends. You were just gone. And Eliash changed. He was cold, distant. Anna and Otto were still here, but it wasn't the same. After I left for uni, things just moved on. I didn't hear from either of you. How do you think that felt? It probably won't count for much, but I'm really sorry. But I'm back now. Can I ask you something? Sure. Why are you here? Would it be hard to believe if I said I came back to fix what I broke? And win my friends back? What if your friends moved on and didn't need you anymore? This is really sad. Guess I'll keep trying to regain their trust. I stared deep into his eyes to sense any hint of deception. But they say eyes never lie, and David has always been good at lying. But David has always been good at lying. What about Eliash? Was he happy to see you? You're not gonna let this go, are you? No, not really. Well, I haven't spoken to him yet. What? The hyena sighs deeply. I will, though. I suppose I'm just unsure about how to do this after so long. Well, you've never been one to back down from an adventure. Did he talk to you? After you came back? Yeah, he technically works as our delivery guy now. Oh. Yeah. Alright, well, don't get mad, but after I meet Eliash, if he'd even want to see me, do you want to go somewhere with me? To catch up and all. I'm kind of exhausted today. See, I thought, maybe there's history between, David and Tom, or between Eliash and Tom, but maybe there's history between David and Tom. I'm just fishing for, okay, did these guys maybe have some sort of relationship or something like that before he left? Because I feel like that would be even more sad. And would definitely make, things more, make sense why people, why they hate each other. But at the same time, I think I am just, fishing for grasping at straws. I just want to know more about you and what you've been up to. The gist of it, at least. I'll pay for the food, and you can order whatever you like. Before I can respond, a new customer enters. David's ears perk up. Welcome. Let me know if you need anything. The customer nods, taking in a few things quickly. Quiet apart from a thank you and a goodbye. Meanwhile, David waits for him to finish before he turns to me again. Please say yes. I don't know if I want to deal with all that right now. And by that, I mean you. No point when you could just vanish again. Oh, right, nah. I'm staying for good. My parents' old house is mine now, and there's not much for me in Germany. Well, Mom's old house. Huh? I'm going to tell you more if you agree to meet me. That's cruel. That's like, I mean, he's basically hinting that his like mom died or something and left him the house. And he's like, oh, but I'm not going to tell you unless you meet me. Like, I get it. He wants to talk with this guy, but like, that's kind of a shitty thing to do. He smiles like he's proud of his offer. I'm not promising anything. All right, I'll talk to Eli first and then ask you again. Well, I'm glad at least you understand. Yeah, I got you. Mind if we exchange numbers? I nod and take his phone to tap out my number while he does the same on mine. I'll be heading off then. I've got a lot of catching up to do. Hopefully we can see each other tonight. I mean, I like him so far. I'm intrigued, but oh god, he sounds like a horrible friend. Maybe. David just smiles and gives me two finger guns, followed by some pew pew sounds as he leaves. Okay, he's endearing, but I mean, I know people like this who are just like very personable and like very charismatic. You like spending time with them, but they just are really flaky. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, that kind of friend, it's like whenever you do spend time with them, you're like, oh, they're the best, but they can't actually be counted on to follow up or follow through with anything. Although leaving for 6 years and not talking is a little bit more extreme than like canceling plans at the last minute, but that's the vibes I'm getting from him. Watching him walk out down the street through the dusty shop window makes me feel uneasy. Him being back at all is surreal. I don't know what to make of his return. My mind races to search for some closure. His unexpected presence has stirred a mix of emotions within me, like a storm brewing inside a cup of tea. That's an interesting metaphor. Yeah, I can't seem to grasp a single tangible emotion from it. Should I feel happy he's finally back, or mad that he simply assumes he can slip back into our lives as if nothing had happened after he left? Regardless, perhaps the passage of time has carved a deep rift that separates David and me from all these years, making me feel detached from this whole situation. How does one even navigate the awkward terrain of our suddenly renewed connection? And is it even worth a try? Despite my lingering thoughts about what just happened, the rest of the day unfolds seamlessly. The flow of customers coming in and out blurs into a breathing tide that oscillates between times of bustling activity and tranquil lulls. Every now and then, some guy coming in reminds me of that group of men looking for Otto, while the departure of another brings my thoughts back to David. The sky shifts into a darker hue, bringing along gusts of cold wind. I'm deeply fixated on a line of spruce trees outside, waving at me. Some branches that sway and bend a bit too hard begin to snap with a resounding crackle. I pack my things and lock the shop, making sure to check everything one last time so I don't leave anything behind. I look up at the rolling mass of gray clouds looming overhead. The wind is now tugging at the loose leaves and tossing my fur. With my house now in sight, I'm surprised to see a giant softy of a bear sitting on my front stairs. Is he here to talk about what happened at the shop earlier? Fuck, I hope I didn't mess things up for him. Either way, we exchange smiles as Otto lifts himself up and dusts his pants off. Not how I expected him to look, to be honest. Heyo. Oh my god, I need to like come up with actually consistent voices for all these characters. Heyo, Tom. He extends his paw for a handshake. I look at him and then his hand confused. Why so formal? Oh, sorry. Otto just smiles awkwardly, clearly embarrassed. Hey, you're fine, big guy. I was just joking. I grab his paw with mine and we exchange a handshake. With the size of this man, my hand just disappears. Have you been waiting long? Not long. He puts his hands in his pocket, then pulls them out, folding them on his chest. Is everything okay? Oh, haha, yes. I mean, want to come inside? I'll make some tea. I take out the key from my pocket and move past him towards the door. I'd rather talk here, if that's okay. I'm thinking we messed things up for him. That's fine too, so what's up? I don't know. I don't really know where to start. Take your time. He plants his butt back onto the stairs and sighs. I sit next to him, waiting. Otto is never really good at opening up, so all I can do is give him time. We sit there for a few moments before he turns to me. Sorry for taking your time. Nah, it's usually quiet. Nah, it's actually quite nice to chill just right now. I try to give him a reassuring smile, but he returns one in kind. It's just, I was wondering. Yeah? Since Anna's gone, I thought maybe you'd want to come visit my parents with me tomorrow? Oh. Will there be favorki? Otto chuckles as I playfully poke him in the shoulder. If I tell Mom that's your requirement, I'm sure she'll gladly make them. She said she misses you visiting. I wonder why he doesn't visit anymore. He sounds like he doesn't want to go. The bear sighs and looks at the ground. Things have been really busy lately, huh? Yeah, but I'd love to come visit them with you. I'd never say no to free food, nor to Otto, for that matter. You will? Great. What time tomorrow? Okay, so it doesn't sound like he actually doesn't want to visit them. I don't know why I thought that. Otto seems to think over his answer. Did he think I'd decline? 5 p.m. should work fine. Is that okay with you? If not, we can change the time to... That's fine with me. He smiles widely, throwing one arm over my shoulder. Then it's settled. How are your parents? They're fine. Mom was obsessing over you coming for dinner, which you already know about, so I thought I'd ask. As for Dad, he wants me to put a second ramp and a baseball hoop so he can slide and play in the house on his wheelchair. That's cool? I doubt your mom will agree, no? She already told him no, but he keeps doing his stuff. Sure sounds like it. How about you? I thought you declined my offer instantly. I'm alright, but why did you think that? Oh, with your dad quitting his job. For a moment, I thought I misheard. Did he just... Wait, what did you say? Your dad, quit his job? No way. When? 3 days ago. There was some argument with his coworkers. After that, he just quit. Okay, this is not... Clearly, Tom did not know about this. Ooh, not good, not good. Okay. You didn't know? I'm sorry. No, it's not your fault. Don't worry. I feel like I'm about to burst through our house door and kick his ass, but I don't want Otto to see that. I'll manage. 2 jobs, remember? I'm a detective now. Well, kinda. I still don't know if he's actually getting paid. Like, they made it sound like he's not getting paid to be a detective. Sounds like he definitely needs the money, though. I give Otto a thumbs up while he rubs his temple, letting out a dejected sigh. Tom, please. I'm glad Marcus hired you, but does that job even pay well? Well, not yet, but we had a breakthrough with the case, so I should get a decent amount of money soon. Yeah, so it sounds like he hasn't been getting paid, and he's waiting until they solve this case. Oh my god. Hopefully it all works out, and if you ever need anything, let me know, okay? Sure, I will, and thank you. Without a word, he lurches towards me for a hug, squeezing me as my small body melts into his. That's cute. What's that for? Wait. I can't say I didn't miss the warm and soft feeling of a hug, but Otto sometimes overdoes it. You're crushing me. Sorry. Totally fine. I massage my sides. Hopefully nothing is broken. Otto looks at me awkwardly, as if he had no idea what to say. So, how was your day at the shop? Strange things happened. Oh? Well, for starters, David is back. Oh, that's good? Who knows? But the second thing is weirder. Oh yeah? 4 men came into the shop all dressed up as if they'd just come from a fancy finance job, led by some wolf fella. They asked about you. Did you tell them anything? Yeah, but they didn't seem like the friendliest of the bunch, so I just told them bits and pieces. Sorry. That's okay. You did what you had to. I tried to play off like I knew some basics because it made sense for me to know, that. Oh my god. I tried to play off like I knew some basics because it would make sense for me to know you, even if I mostly deal with Anna. Otto's saddened expression makes me feel like I'm punched right in the gut. I mostly did save my own hide. Okay, he is saying this in like the most, like, I'm sorry, that is not how I would phrase what I would say. Oh, some strange people came to the shop asking where you were, and I said you weren't in. Like, I don't know. He's making it sound like he like told them his like all his personal information. Like, I don't think Tom really said all that much, to be honest. He literally, maybe it's just me, but I would not phrase it this way. I would have just said like, hey, some guys came asking for you, and I told them that you weren't in. Like, I don't know. Like, you don't have to phrase it like in this such. He's making it sound like he like sold him out, but I don't really see it like that. I expected the big bear to look disappointed or scared, but instead he smiles through his sadness. Hey, don't worry about it. I don't expect you to lie for me, so it's all good. Though, if you don't mind me asking, what did you tell them? I told them to check your place first. They said you weren't there, so I mentioned where you work, that's all. Otto lets out a deep exhale. Sorry you had to deal with this. No problem. Also, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's like, it's like this is clearly like Otto's issue that Tom is being brought into. So I don't feel like Tom is in the wrong here. But who were they? Otto gazes at me for a brief moment, his lips sealed tight. His eyes then start shifting around, avoiding direct eye contact. Just as I'm about to say something, he hastily interjects. They're, men I didn't manage to deliver orders to. Okay, that's like the weirdest way to word something. Men who I didn't manage to deliver orders to. I'm pretty sure they wanted to check if I'm able to do it. Nothing to worry about. But if they were your clients before, wouldn't they know where to find you? I don't know. Maybe they forgot. I raise my eyebrow at him. He's obviously lying, though I doubt prying would help anything. Alright. Sorry, Tom, but I gotta go. I need to make sure the rest of my men aren't burning my company down. Haha. Sure, of course. So, tomorrow? Is that cool with you? Oh, yeah, I'll definitely come. He leaves rather quickly, waving goodbye while I wave back. I can't help but worry about him. Clearly he's lying to me. Otto rarely shares his problems with anyone. Maybe Anna knows something. I should give her a call later. I turn back to my front door, fiddling with my key to open it. A shiver runs down my spine. It feels as though there's someone breathing heavily down my neck. I turn around but find no one. With a deep breath, I unlock the door, giving the outside one last glance. I half expected there to be that bull again, but it's just the gloomy sky as the rain begins to pour. I'm going insane. I lock the door and start taking off my shoes and jacket. The familiar smell of booze is intoxicating, like I'm drowning in alcohol. I prop the window halfway to let air out from the nauseating stench, but keep the rain from splashing inside. The empty cans riddling the floor emit a sharp crumple when I accidentally step on them. I should clean up this mess. Maybe later. A part of me dreads the talk with Dad. I don't remember the last time we had a proper conversation. I head straight to his bedroom. It's where he usually hides to wallow in alcohol in the middle of the day. I knock on his door a few times before trying to open it. Locked. Dad, are you there? Yeah. Otto told me what happened. You know we have 3 unpaid bills due this month. I hear something fumble in his room, followed by staggering footsteps. The door creaks open as his figure slouches from behind it, and I'm greeted by his vacant stare. I know. What's the plan then? I'm able to cover my half. Dad. I'll deal with it. How? I said I will deal with it. He spits the words out between his clenched teeth. Now leave me alone. Yeah, sure. Well, screw this. I'm not dealing with his bullshit. As I turn around to leave, he suddenly grabs my hand and yanks me back to her. His grip firm yet desperate. Tom, wait. I'm sorry. I stay silent, trapped in a familiar pattern of ever emptier words. I pull my hand away from his clammy paw. Do what you want. I don't care. Without waiting for a response, I head straight to my room. Inside, I throw my things on the floor, lock the door, and lie down on the bed. I don't think I can make enough money to pay off everything this month. What about the month after that? Wait. Yeah, I don't think I can make enough money to pay off everything this month. And what about the month after that? Honestly, the last thing I want is having to ask Marcus or Otto for help. They've already got enough shit to deal with. It would be embarrassing to look at them after, too. They just feel bad for me, and I hate that. I groan into my pillow before throwing it at the wall. Fuck. I really hoped I wouldn't have to contact Jakob again. Still, I grab my phone. Fuck it. I'd rather deal with this than have my friends looking at me with pity again. Hey, it's me. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. I knew you'd contact me again, Tomas. I've been thinking about you. Yeah, sorry. I've been busy. I can imagine. So what have you been up to? I need a favor. What kind of favor? You know exactly what kind. Stop with the teasing. Ooh, I don't like this. I see. When do you need me? Tomorrow. Same place as always. Oh, is it gonna conflict with him meeting up with Otto and his family? Ooh. For you, I can definitely make it. Great. See you then. Can't wait. That was embarrassing, but it's the best option I have. Okay, like, I don't want to read too much into it, but I mean, it sounds like, yeah, he is exchanging some kind of favors for money. I mean, I can guess what that is. Yes, and the scene with his dad was very uncomfortable. Like, it's very, I mean, it was well written, so it just, being in those kind of situations is just so difficult, and yeah, it's an uncomfortable situation to read about, let alone experience. And I mean, you definitely get the sense that I'm getting the sense that that's maybe could be a trend in this town. Like, I don't know how well off the town they're in is. Maybe there aren't a lot of options. Like, people moved away to go, like, he moved away to go to college. Like, it doesn't sound like they're in an economically well-off area. Yeah, so it's just a really sad situation all around. I'm left staring blankly at the ceiling. Minutes pass while my mind drifts with no direction. My body aches from the long and tiresome day. I think I might just call it an episode here. I'm not sure how long this will end up being, but hopefully I'm trying to keep it like 30 to 45 minute long episodes. So hopefully that's how long this ends up being, and I'm definitely enjoying it. I feel like I'm going too slowly reading through it, but I'm enjoying what I've read. There's definitely a lot of history. I like that they are clearly hinting at a deeper history between characters. There's more beneath the surface without just like outright stating it. They're not like, Otto, my family friend who I've known since I was 5 and who I've done all this stuff with. You know what I mean? Like, not saying that that's what Otto is, but I'm saying like they're clearly have a lot more information about these characters that they're giving to us in a natural way, which I appreciate, especially in a mystery. Like we're getting the mystery of, oh, there's some weird, is it a cult? And now there's some people maybe in a gang who are going after Otto. Like, oh, what's there? But to me, what's more interesting is like, okay, well, what's the history with these characters and their families? Like that's which I didn't necessarily expect to be as invested in, but like I think it's well written, and I'm like excited to learn more, and I want to know why that hyena guy left and now why he's back. Like I want to know all the juicy details of their personal lives. So I'm excited to learn more. I'm definitely going to keep playing through this. I'm not sure how much. I know that the visual novel is still in development. I believe it's pretty early on in development, but I have no idea how much is left of the current updates. Like how much I will have left to read, but I will definitely continue until then. And maybe after that, I will try out another visual novel on the channel. So if you have any suggestions for that, let me know. But until then, thank you for stopping by and listening to me ramble on.